Hi, friends. I would like to share with you a making meaning lesson today, and it is a harbor seal grows up, and I have a learning target and a language target for you as well. Okay, let's see. Okay, so your learning target is I can wonder about a nonfiction book, and I can retell key details from a nonfiction book. And your language target is I can share what I've learned from the book with my partner using a complete sentence. And remember, you're going to use an at-home turn and talk partner. So if you need to, you can pause the video right now and go grab that at-home turn and talk partner. And if you do not have a live human being, you can use a stuffed animal to practice talking with. Okay, I have some words sometimes to go over as well. And these are, the first is a phrase that is going to be in a harbor seal pup grows up. And the phrase is nursed back to health. So nursed back to health means made to feel better. So you'll notice in the picture that these two people are helping this harbor seal pup get healthy again. So for whatever reason, this harbor seal pup has not been healthy. And so these two marine biologists, sea animal doctors or scientists, are helping this harbor seal pup. They are taking a read of the harbor seal pup's heartbeat and looking at it to help it get back to a healthy condition. So nurse back to health means to feel better. The next phrase is sea mammal center. A sea mammal center is a place that takes care of animals such as seals until they can be returned to the wild. So again, for whatever reason, when sea animals get sick, some are rescued and put in a sea mammal center and nursed back to health, made healthy again. And this is a picture actually of one in Southern California. And there are a bunch of seals in a pool, and they are getting stronger so that they can be released back into the wild. So it's just a big building that marine biologists can and animal support workers can help these sea animals get better so that they can be released back into the ocean. The next word is shore. Shore is the land near the water. So you'll notice in this picture, the land near the water. Friends, who's ever been to a seashore? Give a quiet thumb or tell about a time with your turn and talk partner. That would be a text to cell connection. Okay, the next and last word to talk about is a word I actually already used, rescued. So rescued means saved from danger. Sometimes sea animals and other animals that live on land, need to be rescued and helped by humans to get back to a healthy condition to go back into the wild. So that means that sometimes people who rescue animals, in this case, sea animals, go into the ocean in boats or to the shore and take in sea animals, and take them to a sea mammal center and assess them, check them out, check them up, give them a checkup to see if they are healthy, and if they are not, they do their best to help them get healthy before they put them back into the wild. So rescued means to be saved from danger. Okay. Now I am going to read our nonfiction book, A Harbor Seal Pup Grows Up. And it's by Joan Hewitt and photographs by Richard Hewitt. A Harbor Seal Pup Grows Up. And friends, next week, I'm going to share with you A Tiger Cub Grows Up. You'll notice that these books look very similar. They're two nonfiction teach about a baby animal and how it grows up books. And so I want you to be picking up on all of the nonfiction text features and all the information you're getting from the book, and remember it, commit it to memory. So when you hear about Callie, the tiger cub, next week, you'll be able to say the similarities and the differences between Sydney and Callie. Sydney is our harbor seal pup. So I'm excited to introduce you to Sydney in our story. By the ocean. The harbor seal pup is 2 weeks old. Her name is Sydney. Sydney stays close to her mother. She drinks her mother's milk. Waves crash on the rocky beach. Harbor seal families lie in the warm sun. Sydney and her mother lie in the sun too. Sydney's mother gets hungry. She dives in the water to catch fish. The water is too cold for Sydney, so Sydney stays on the shore. Remember, the shore is the area of the beach near the water. The seal pup waits for her mother. She waits for 3 days. She is very hungry. People notice the seal pup. She is alone. Will her mother come back? The next day, the pup is still alone. The people call for help. Sydney is rescued. Friends, right now, Sydney is saved from danger because without her mom's milk, she cannot survive. So there are people on the beach that notice her, and they go and get help from the Sea Mammal Center, doctors and scientists to help rescue Sydney. What did you learn from the words and pictures about Sydney's first weeks of life? My question is, what did you learn from the words and pictures about Sydney's first weeks of life? Please tell an at-home turn and talk partner. Okay, remember you can always pause if you need more time to talk. Nursed back to health. Remember, nursed back to health means made to feel better. There's Sydney. Sydney is brought to a sea mammal center. And remember, a sea mammal center is a place that takes care of animals until they can be returned into the wild. And in this case, it's sea animals, sea mammals. A scientist named Peter is in charge. Peter takes care of young seals. He lifts the thin pup from her cage. Sydney is weak from hunger. Peter knows just what to do. He puts a tube in Sydney's mouth. Then Nicole pumps a drink into Sydney's stomach. The drink is like a mother seal's milk. Sydney is full. She is also very tired. She falls asleep. When Sydney wakes up, her eyes are bright. She looks around. Peter examines the pup. Her heartbeat is normal. So is her temperature. She is healthy. Sydney has a full set of teeth. That means she is at least 3 weeks old. Sydney is small for her age. Friends, I have another question for you. What did you learn from the words and pictures about how Sydney is nursed back to health by the people at the sea mammal center, marine animal center, sea mammal center, same thing. What did you learn from the words and pictures about how Sydney is nursed back to health? Share with an at-home turn and talk partner. There's Peter, for example. Or Nicole and Peter helping here. Okay. Sydney gets her drink 3 times a day. She becomes stronger. Using her flippers, she scoots around. Scoots around just means moves around quickly, so she's getting energy again. A child's plastic pool becomes Sydney's playpen, a place where she can play safely. She likes the water. She swims faster and faster. Nicole shows Sydney a fish. Sydney does not want it. Nicole does not give up. Day after day, she wiggles a fish in front of Sydney. Then one day, the pup swallows it. Before long, Sydney wants to eat fish. She waits for her bucket of fish in the morning. The pup is gaining weight. She no longer needs her healthy drink. Sydney is 5 weeks old. She has a thick layer of fat. The fat will keep her warm in cold water. Sydney is ready to be on her own. Returning to the ocean. Peter puts the pup in a carrying case. Other scientists take over. They carry Sydney onto a boat. Sydney is excited by the ocean's salty smell. She shakes the case. The boat heads toward an island. When they are almost there, the boat stops. It's time to say goodbye. A scientist tips the case. Good luck, little one, she says. Sydney slips into the water. She will find other seals. She will catch fish. Sydney will grow up in her ocean home. Friends, that's the end of our book. I would like to now ask you, what are you still wondering about Sydney, the harbor seal pup? Please share your wonderings with your at-home turn and talk partner. Also, are there any connections you can make? Have you learned about any other sea animals that may have needed similar care to Sydney to be nursed back to health to return to their ocean home? If you do have any connections, please share that with your at-home turn and talk partner as well. I want to share with you guys the back of this book because it has baby animal books. We are going to go over and read A Tiger Cub Grows Up. That's Callie. That's the one I showed you before. But the rest of these books I do not have, but you may be able to find online. And they're wonderful nonfiction books that share about different baby animals growing up. Okay. Thank you, friends.